one way or the other. In goes Van Beek, outside off stump, crunched away. Beautiful shot from Wells, sat up nicely for him, but that was an exquisite piece of timing. Sweatband on his left wrist, comes running in and bowls lovely on drive. Again, he had time there, Jennings, and he'll get value for that. There's no chance for Hull to chase that down, even going up the slide. Van Beek, fair hair, in, bowls on the leg stump this time and clipped away by Jennings. And although Budinger
in pre-season, Holland sets off and bowls to Keaton Jennings, driven handsomely for 4, crunched away through extra cover by Keaton Jennings. Lovely, kind of a few occasions, and was nibbling the ball around. Wells looking to drive and does so successfully. Flashed away through the covers, chase on towards the extra cover boundary. Wells on 18. Here's Hull striding in over the wicket, bowls. Awkwardly played by Wells, but flicks the ball down in the end towards the boundary for 4 runs. It looked awkward, but it was highly effective. In balls to Jennings. That's a big appeal for LBW. He likes it and he gets it. Jennings departs for 27.
Corner, probably half an inch outside off stump, but 3 or 4 inches above them. In goes Holland and bowls. Bohannon defends down the pitch on the onside. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is lunch. 77 for 1. Van Beek around the wicket, bowls to Wells, is edged and caught behind first ball. Wow, straight after lunch. Was outside off stump, might just have straightened a bit.
Yes, a slight one, yes. Scriven to Harris. Short and wide and cut down to third man. And 4 runs.
3 years, I think they've been in place now. They're sort of permanent parasol things. In goes. Oh, he's bowled him! Green has got through Harris. Somehow on the leg stump. Harris, I think, was trying to work it away and took his bottom hand off the bat. Whether it came off the bat first. Green bowls full and he's driven for 4. Well, this has been an un-Green-like over, really. 8 runs from it.
Keeper's knocking around. This Hull comes in and bowls to Bohannon. Oh, he's given it. LBW.
Yeah.
Hull strikes.
Green bowls. Fuller this time and on 2 leg stump. And that is nicely clipped away. 2 deep mid-wicket for 4 by Hurst. Well, that's the ability.
It's Hull. Back in bowls. Short, pulled in the air and over the man at fine leg and all the way for 6.
Wow. Worked its way to its end. In goes Green, cut away, chopped away hard by Hurst, and he's going to again benefit from his positivity there because he's managed to get it wide of Hull. Didn't the French win the first Cricket Olympics or something? In goes Scriven and bowls, and thick outside edge down to third man from Bell for 4.
1, 4, 3 for 4. Holland to Bell this time. Fall and driven away into the offside. Beats mid-off, that'll be 4. That'll race away over the pretty firm, dry outfield here at Grace Road. Nicely timed by Bell. Okay, here's Holland into to Bell. Edged and taken.
Second attempt, yep.
Hanscom at slip, and it was a bit of a juggle, and he went at that hard, did Ian Bell. So, did George Bell.
Scriven is in and bowls edged caught. Well, goodness me, Hurst whacks at the air in disappointment. I think he was looking to steer that almost down to third man, but Scriven is in and bowls outside off stump, nicely steered away by Hartley. He adjusted his line, but only to the extent that it meant Hartley could, I beg your pardon, Balderson could reach it. And same on the other side where Van Beek is on the square leg boundary. Scriven bowls him. Balderson stretching forward, beaten on the outside edge, might just have straightened on him, must just have straightened on him, as I recall. Scriven is in and bowls outside off stump. Bailey steers him away behind point for 4. Width on offer and bounce, just getting a little bit too excited there, Tom Scriven. And
Holland over the wicket to Bailey.
Shot.
Yes, glance down to fine leg for 4 by Tom Bailey.
Ahmed, last ball of the session is in. Bailey is driving nicely through the gap in the covers out to the sweeper on the offside, taking 1, and that is the end of An eventful session.
Well, he's got one slip in place. That's a short cover as well. Green in to Hartley, to Bailey rather. That's left alone and through to...
Down the slope he comes and bowled him. What a leave from Tom Bailey. Jumped across his stumps, lifted his bat, and it hit off stump pretty hard, actually. You heard it hit off stump. I'm talking nonsense, probably. In goes Van Beek and bowls, and Hartley drives most pleasantly. It was full, and he picked it early, picked the length early. Holt emerges from the shadow of the floodlights and bowls and hit up into the air, but miles over mid on, and one bounce for 4 by Anderson Phillip.
It is Riyad Ahmed in and bowling, and that's off the back foot and slapped down the ground by Tom Hartley. And all the way for 4, actually. There's a fielders at long off and long on, but neither can get across quickly enough to cut that off, and 4 for Hartley.
Holt bowls, swung up into the air, and it's caught by Cox. Thought that had gone a little bit further. We were both looking down to long leg for the ball, suddenly realised it was Cox was underneath. It had gone almost vertically.
Halfway through the 78th over. And the ball's to Williams, edged and gone. Cox with the catch. Hull picks up his 3rd wicket. Williams departs for 3. And a job well done by Leicestershire.
Bailey turns down the slope, bowls, pulled by Patel over square leg for 4. Dropped a little bit short. Patel was quickly on it, picked up the length very quickly.
Will be Will Williams to get things started from the pavilion end. It's a nice shot. Budinger off the mark. Straight away. It's a first ball his face. He's along at a pretty rapid rate as well. Williams in, balls again, chipped, it's in the air, and caught it is. Bailey with the catch. Budinger departs.
Bailey charges in, bowls, he clips it in the air, not so very far wide of mid-wicket. It's going to run out to the square leg boundary for 4. You're just not going to chase it down if you're beaten, but goodness me, that was not far from it, as you saw. He has the quality. Outside off stump, punched away by Patel to the boundary for 4. Sat up nicely for him, and
20 for 1. Williams in.
Shot.
That's a gorgeous shot by Ahmed. It race out through the offside. Bohannon's quick. He really is quick, Josh Bohannon, but even he can't catch up with that.
both feet off the air. In goes Bailey, goes to the outside edge, is caught, taken the outside edge. Nice catch by Keaton Jennings at second slip. Proffered a slightly loose bat there, Rishi Patel, and having scored 3 fours in going to 12, Patel. In goes Bailey, bowls to Hill, edges just wide of third slip down to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, the only difference in the attack was John Turner, who Lancashire had signed.
Square leg, and Harris himself goes at short, straight mid-wicket. In goes Bailey, bowls, it is pulled, it is in the air, but it's going to go between the fielders. In fact, 1 bounce for 4. Well,
and we're set up, hopefully, for a pretty good second day tomorrow. Here's Hartley again, bowls.
No.
Oh, Riyad on the ramp. He's down on one knee and scoops it over his shoulder and down towards the boundary, and he finds a way to find 4 and to bring up the 50 as well for Leicestershire. 52 for 2.
Balderson is in to Hill, who is guiding it to gully for 4. Nice shot actually from Lewis Hill. He waited and waited, tried to play it as late as possible, and dabbed it down through gully to pick up a boundary. Leave us perhaps for a moment or two. Balderson is in. Ahmed leaves outside off stump. Hurst rolls the ball at the stumps. Ahmed's back foot had gone nowhere. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the close of play. Leicestershire close then on 59 for 2 in reply to Lancashire's first innings of 206. On that basis,